Saul Alinsky. He has 8 rules for takeover in a country. Now, Saul Alinsky is a role model and a hero to the left, especially Hillary Clinton, who sees this man as a true hero. She did her senior thesis about this man in school. So she's been following him now for 40 or 50 years. And his policies and political views have cost the lives of over 100 million people over the last 100 years, in the 19th century alone. People who follow Saul Alinsky and his socialist view become fascists as soon as they grab hold of power. And then they literally start killing with the useful idiots that help them bring themselves to power. And they do this first because they know the people, the useful idiots that had the courage to go out and protest against the former government, are going to start protesting once again as soon as the socialist realities start to show. So they kill them all. Keep that in mind if you are a useful idiot pushing for the left's agenda right now. Here are his rules for taking over a country. And I don't think these rules are coincidence that they closely match the communist rules for takeover of a country. And I did a previous video on that. But let's go through them. Number 1, healthcare. Control healthcare and you control the people. Obamacare, anyone? That is exactly what Obamacare is. Number 2, poverty. Increase the poverty level as high as possible. Poor people are easier to control and will not fight back if you are providing everything for them to live. This was one of the initial socialist attacks on America. The welfare state started in the 60s and continues to this day, has bred a continuous class that stays in poverty. Number 3, debt. Increase the debt to an unsustainable level. That way, you are able to increase taxes, and this will produce more poverty. This is a relentless agenda from the left that has gone on now for over 50 years and continues every single day. It is not coincidence that every time the left sees a problem, their solution is to institute a new program that will cost more and more until finally our country goes bankrupt. Think about this. Right under our noses, the last administration in 8 short years increased America's debt by more than the sum of every previous president since George Washington. Think about what I just said. From George Washington all the way to the beginning of Obama, we had $10 trillion in debt. In the Obama administration alone, we added almost $10 trillion in debt. Number 4, gun control. Remove the ability to defend themselves from the government. That way, you are able to complete a police state. This is the left's newest fight. They are driving for gun control relentlessly, using deception, emotion, and lies every chance they can. Remember, the Second Amendment is America's ultimate weapon against tyranny, which is exactly what the left is pushing for. Welfare is number 5. Take control of every aspect of their lives: food, housing, and income. This attack again started in the 60s and has literally stolen the drive and ambition of our lower classes, leaving them unable to grow out of poverty themselves. This is, of course, what the left wants. They want as many poor as possible because they're easier to control. Number 6, education. Take control of what people read and listen to. Take control of what children learn in school. This has been happening over the past 40 to 50 years, and literally over the last 10, it has been a complete takeover of our schools by the left. Common Core, anyone? That is exactly what Common Core is. This is seen now regularly all the way through schooling, especially now on college campuses, where literally 40% of the young and dumb that go to these schools have been indoctrinated and brainwashed so much they truly believe socialism should be the law of the land in America. Never does anyone ever reach out to these young minds and remind them that it has been America that has invented everything, not only for the last 250 years that we have existed, but everything since the Roman Empire fell 1,500 years ago. Every major technological advancement since the Roman Empire fell has been invented here. If we become socialist, who's going to do the inventing? Number 7, religion. Remove the belief in God from the government and schools. This has been systematically completed by the socialists over the last 30 to 50 years, especially in the last 30. And now they are literally trying to forcibly remove the Pledge of Allegiance because it says under God within it. Number 8, class warfare. Divide the people into the wealthy and the poor. This will cause more discontent, and it will be easier to take or tax the wealthy with the support of the poor. This last rule and tactic is all the left does. It is simply divide and conquer as a strategy. And this again is the left's main tool. To the left, America is no longer what the country was settled on and what has made America the greatest country in the world, which is individual freedoms. But now, according to the left, every person must belong to a group and must behave like that group and is supposed to think like that group. And if they don't stay in strict line, they are outcast and ridiculed. So to the Americans out there still brainwashed by this socialist movement, wake up. You are advancing the globalist and socialist takeover of America. If you are on the left right now in America, you are either being bamboozled and used as a useful idiot, or you know the truth and you are a willing enemy of America. Wake up.